Today's topic and third part of the longevity jigsaw is sleep. You heard it right. Yes, it is sleep. The brain goes through characteristic patterns of activity throughout each period of sleep, and that it is sometimes more active when we are asleep than we are awake. Telomeres are sections of our DNA found at the ends of each of our chromosomes. Telomeres are like ends of shoestrings that stop the shoelaces from unraveling. By looking at these telomeres, a person's life can be predicted how fast they are aging. And you know what impacts these telomeres? Here is the interesting fact that sleep deprivation makes these telomeres shorter. Our bodies require sleep in order to maintain proper function and health. In fact, we are programmed to sleep each night as a means of restoring our bodies and minds. Two interacting systems, the internal biological clock and the sleep-wake homeostasis, mainly determine the timing of our transitions from wakefulness to sleep and vice versa. These two factors also explain why, under normal conditions, we typically stay awake during the day and sleep at night. Let's look at what exactly happens when we drift off to sleep. Before 1929, sleep was considered as an inactive state for body and brain both. As the brain is dependent upon external sensory input, it was widely accepted that with the inactivity of the sensory inputs, the brain function also comes to a halt. In essence, scientists thought that the brain simply shuts down during sleep and restarts again when it starts receiving sensory input from the body in the morning. The discovery of EEG in 1929 by the German psychiatrist Hans Berger was a historical breakthrough, providing a new neurological and psychiatric diagnostic tool at the time. First time it was seen that sleep was a dynamic behavior in which the brain was not turned off at all but highly active at times. Over time, researchers, with the help of sleep studies using two things, EEG that determined electric patterns in the sleeping person's brain and the presence or absence of eye movement using eye movement and muscle activity measuring instruments, come to a conclusion that there are two main types of sleep. One is called rapid eye movement sleep or REM sleep, or other is non-rapid eye movement or NREM sleep. The NREM is further divided into three stages: stage 1 or N1, stage 2 or N2, or stage 3 or N3. Let's look at stage 1. Stage 1 is the first stage of NREM sleep, and basically it is dozing off stage that normally lasts just 1 to 5 minutes. Although brain activities start to slow down with the brief periods of movement, there are some changes in brain activity linked to sleep at this stage. It's easy to wake someone up during this sleep stage, but if a person isn't disturbed, gradually they will move into stage 2. On EEG, the brain waves become slower and more synchronized and the eyes remain still. The sleeper will not stay in stage 1 for longer and move further into sleep stages and cycles if the sleep is not interrupted. Stage 2. During this stage, there are some major changes that take place, like relaxed muscles, slow breathing, drop in body temperature and heart rate. The body is in unresponsive state, including eye movement. According to a study, there are short bursts of brain activity during the sleep cycle. You can see some sleep spindles in the picture. Sleep spindles are isolated bursts of oscillatory neural activity in the frequency range between 11 and 16 Hz and last 0.5 to 3 seconds, observed during non-rapid eye movement sleep. These help resist being woken up by external stimuli. Stage 2 sleep can last for 10 to 25 minutes during the first sleep cycle, and each N2 stage can become longer during the night. Typically, a person spends about half their sleep time in N2 sleep altogether. The final stage of NREM sleep is stage 3 or N3. This is known as deep sleep, as it is harder to wake someone up if they are in this phase. As the body relaxes, even further muscle tone, pulse and breathing rate also relaxes and decreases. Stage 3 sleep is also called delta sleep, deep sleep or slow wave sleep, as EEG reveals high amplitude and low frequency waves and spindles. Experts believe that this stage is critical to restorative sleep, allowing for bodily recovery and growth. It may also boost the immune system and other key bodily processes. Even though brain activity is reduced, there is evidence that deep sleep contributes to insightful thinking, creativity, and memory. A study on early and late sleepers showed EEG parameters changes in early night group and indicated occipital and right hemisphere functional changes. These changes are associated with solving a task with insight. We spend the most time in deep sleep during the first half of the night. During the early sleep cycles, N3 stages commonly last for 20 to 40 minutes. As you continue sleeping, these stages get shorter and more time gets spent in REM sleep instead. Finally, after the NREM, the next stage is REM sleep. During REM sleep, REM is rapid eye movement sleep, brain activity picks up almost at same levels as you are awake. But the body is in temporarily paralysis, apart from eyes and muscles that control breathing. REM is often called active sleep, is identifiable by its characteristics low amplitude, which is small, and high frequency, which is fast waves and alpha rhythm on the EEG. Although the eyes are closed but move rapidly at same time. Due to this rapid movement, this stage is called rapid eye movement sleep or REM sleep. Many sleep experts think that these eye movements are in some way related to dreams. Dreams can occur in any sleep stage, but they are less common and intense in the NREM periods, whereas REM sleep dreams are vivid and possibly due to high brain activity. When people are awakened from REM sleep, they report that they had been dreaming, often extremely vivid and sometimes bizarre dreams. The arms and legs are temporarily paralyzed, which is considered to be a neurological barrier that prevents them from acting out during dreams. It is believed that REM sleep is essential to cognitive functions like memory, learning, and creativity. Studies have shown REM sleep plays a role in declarative and procedural memory. Procedural memories are related to a procedure, how to do something, for example, driving a car or using a computer. Whereas declarative memories are fact-based memories. For example, which country won the World Cup or the color of shirt you wore on the weekend. Under normal circumstances, you don't enter a REM sleep stage until you have been asleep for about 90 minutes. First REM stage may last only a few minutes. Later stages get longer, especially in the second half of the night, and can last for around an hour. In adults, REM stages make up around 25% of total sleep. You might be thinking, do the sleep stages really matter? The short answer is yes, they do. Sleep stages are important because they allow the brain and body to recuperate and develop. Mental and physical health is affected due to lack of NREM and REM sleep both. On one hand, sleepers with sleep issues like sleep apnea are frequently awoken during earlier stages, may struggle to properly cycle into deeper sleep cycles. And on other hand, people with insomnia may not get total sleep time needed in each stage. The factors that might affect sleep cycles, stages, and overall sleep are: number one, sleep disorders. If you find that you have excessive daytime sleepiness or otherwise suspect that you might have a sleep disorder, it is important to talk to a doctor who can most appropriately guide your care, addressing underlying issues, may pave the way for more complete and restorative sleep cycles. Let's briefly discuss two sleep disorders. First one is sleep apnea. Symptoms during sleep are breathing stopping and starting, making gasping, snorting, or choking noises, waking up a lot, loud snoring, and during the day you might also feel very tired, find it hard to concentrate, have mood swings, have a headache when you wake up in the morning. The second one is restless leg syndrome. As a short, it's called RLS. Symptoms during the sleep are an overwhelming urge to move your legs. It can also cause an unpleasant crawling or creeping sensation in the feet, calves, and thighs. These symptoms can severely affect sleep. For sleep apnea, your GP can refer you to sleep apnea clinic in the hospital, and for RLS, your GP can refer you to a neurologist. Second factor that can affect your sleep is age. Newborns spend about 50% in REM sleep and may enter a REM stage as soon as they fall asleep. As they reach to the age of 5, their sleep cycles are similar to an adult's sleep. Time in each stage changes dramatically over a person's life, and when they reach at elderly age, REM sleep times becomes less. Third factor is recent sleep patterns. Irregular or insufficient sleep over a period of days or more can cause an abnormal sleep cycle. Fourth one is eating and sleeping time. Variable sleep times and eating late before bed can affect sleep. It is recommended not to eat high-fat, sugar, and protein food as it takes longer to digest. Number 5 is alcohol. Alcohol and cannabis alters sleep architecture. For example, alcohol decreases REM sleep early in the night, but as the alcohol wears off, there is a REM sleep rebound with prolonged REM stages. Number 6 is exercise and sun exposure. Early morning exercise, even for 5 minutes, helps with a good night's sleep. Physical activity means more deep sleep, while mental activity during the day means more REM sleep. Exposure to sun during the day also affects sleep. Sunlight helps your skin makes melatonin, that is necessary hormone for sleep. Number 7 is caffeine. You should avoid drinking caffeinated drinks like tea or coffee around 12 to 14 hours before bedtime, especially for those who are sensitive to caffeine. Number 8 is sleep hygiene, which is very important. It refers to several things like clean pillow, covers and sheets, comfortable mattress and pillows. Ideal sleep temperature is 16 to 20 degrees Celsius or 62 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Noise and light. Let me explain with an example. Cornell University did a study by putting a light next to the participant's skin during sleep, and the photoreceptor in the skin affected the sleep cycles was seen on EEG. Interestingly, light of stars and moon, natural light, doesn't affect our sleep, as this is very low on Lux chart, LUX Lux chart, and we have grown up with this light. So there is no comparison between natural light and artificial light. Next thing I'm going to talk about is close to everyone's heart, the gadgets. It includes all the blue light emitting devices like TV, tablet, laptop, and mobile phones. Harvard research has confirmed that blue light from devices affect our sleep by suppressing melatonin substantially. Photoreceptors try to gauge what time it is. It's similar to light sensors in modern cars. When the outside light is dim, cars' headlights turn on itself. According to researchers, 1 hour exposure to the blue light from devices equal to 30 minutes of melatonin suppression at night. Although you are exhausted due to the busy routine and need good night's sleep, but sleep cycles are disturbed by the lack of melatonin production. Gadgets in the bedroom make it even worse. Any gadgets in the bedroom, especially TV, interferes with sleep as brain can fire the circuits that are related to keep you awake. Darker bedroom is ideal for sleep, but if you are used to of some light, then it has to be very dim and of a different color. For astronauts, different color bulbs are used while they are in space as the light cycles are not the same as on Earth. These light bulbs help kicking in melatonin production for the time of sleep. If you struggle with sleep, try reading a book instead of using a gadget. And finally, with all the other benefits from sleep, deep sleep helps with testosterone level, growth hormone, muscle repair, skin and collagen repair. Certain types of fluids clear away plaque from brain that might cause Alzheimer's later in life. If you want to stop rapid aging process, have a good night's sleep. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it useful, please like, share and subscribe. Also leave a comment down below to let me know what do you think of this video. Thank you.